If you're thinking about pulling the trigger on a brand new standing desk, stop, watch this video. Hopefully I'm going to save you $1,000 before you go out and buy something that you might not need. I have it happen to me all the time where someone comes in complaining about their back hurting or their neck or their head or their shoulder or their knee. And the next thing they think about is they need to buy the most ergonomic chair they can find or the best standing desk that their money can buy. And while thinking about your health proactively is always a solid strategy, the issue isn't so much how expensive your chair is or how expensive your standing desk is or that your desk isn't the right setup. You're having a problem because you're too static. And whether you sit or you stand, you can stay in one position for a long period of time, which is where the problems develop. It's where the muscles tighten up and they adhere together, and it's where the spine is recruited to do more work than it was designed to do, which can lead to pain, discomfort, and other things. So someone might go out and buy a chair or go out and buy a new desk, and for a couple days they might feel better. But slowly over time that pain creeps back in, or it might morph and turn into something else. At the end of the day, we're not fixing the actual issue, which is we're not moving enough. So that brings me to the point. What can you do to make sure that your desk, regardless of what it is, sitting desk, standing desk, no matter how expensive it is, what can you do to offset the stress of your day and make sure you get the most out of this setup you've got and prevent any kind of pain happening? Watch this. So whether we're standing working like this or we're sitting down working like this, the point is we want our spine in an upright posture. And your head weighs about 12 pounds. So as you sit in your seat, your head starts to drift forward and your shoulders round with it. You begin looking like a shrimp. That's where a lot of the problems begin. You've got to break that position. And a standing desk won't fix that. So if you go to an upright position here and you're working like this, but you start to round like that, it's the same problem. Now we're just different. We're standing up as opposed to sitting down. Same stress, same pressure, whether we're talking in your neck and shoulders or eventually down into your lower back. This posture creates that pressure. So to avoid that, we've got to break up the position. And what we found through the research is it takes about 20 minutes, 30 max, for your body to start to round and compensate. So the best of the best in terms of posture really can't keep it in a neutral place for more than that. And if you're sitting for more than 30 minutes, chances are you're causing problems no matter the desk you're standing at. One of the simplest things you can do, especially if you work on a laptop, is just move the positions. Pick your laptop up, go set it in the other room. Lay down on your stomach, work from a prone position like that. You can set it on the couch, sit down on your butt and cross your legs over, or go into something like a 90-90 position that we recommend for people. One way or the other, break up the position. Another simple thing you could do is you could bring over a trash can, a stool, or even a chair and set it up just right in front of you or off to the side and lift your knee up and place it there. By doing that, you're changing your hip position, which is going to make your lower back work differently. It's going to offset the stress and the strain of just standing upright in this kind of a position, and it'll allow you to have a little bit more time standing upright because you've just gently changed your position. So sometimes I'll play with that. I'll put the stool on one leg, my left leg, and then I'll switch and go to the other side, and constantly, just every 5 or 10 minutes, switch my leg position, which gives me a difference and a change. Then I might sit down after a little while if I'm tired. The standing desk is great, but only great when it's used the way I'm describing it. It's not all at once, and it's not all day every day. And it really doesn't have to be terribly expensive to accomplish that. It's hydraulic, and it allows me to do this really quick and easy, which I think for most people, what I find is that if it's a really tedious task to get the desk up, you have to push a button to go up, as nice as that is, the more time you wait to get your desk up to the point you want it versus down, the less likely you are to change the position. If you can do it real fast and real easy, you're going to use it a lot more typically. The last thing about that is, if you've never done it before, it takes some practice of constantly reminding yourself it's time to stand up, or now I can take a break or switch the positions. And what I would recommend is take your phone, set it on the other side of the room, turn your timer to 20 minutes and let it go. And when 20 minutes turns on and your timer or the alarm goes off, go over to the other side of the room, turn it off, and then take that as your cue to reset your position. Because at that point, you're going to start to develop these internal habits. It's going to make it more likely for you to do that in the future without you needing an annoying alarm to go off to let you know it's been too long for you to stay still. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you like the content, make sure you subscribe to our channel, like the video as well. And if you've got any questions, concerns, or comments, please go below the video and comment. And lastly, again, I've included the desk that I work from in these notes. If you want to find out what we use and how we use it, it's a relatively inexpensive item compared to most of those setups you can find online. I think it'd be beneficial. Check it out and then let me know how it goes.